Happy Wednesday and welcome to our crafty session number 67. Can you believe it? We've been crafting together for somewhat 67 weeks. I'm Ann Granger and welcome to my studio. This is AKA my happy place where I love to spend my time listening to music and creating and sharing my creations with you guys. I'm popping on a few minutes early so Facebook can let you know that I've gone live, and it gives me a chance to check my settings. So if you're here, say hi. If you're watching on the replay, let me know you're watching. As I said, I am going live Wednesday nights in my Stamp with Ann page. It's my goal to grow my page and my YouTube channel. So if you do not follow me, please reach out and follow me on those social medias. My brand is Stamp with Ann across the board, so you can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and on Pinterest. So I'm excited to share with you. We've got lots of fun projects tonight. I have 3. We're making a treat holder, a fancy fold, and another card. And I also have winners from last 2 weeks that I finally got a chance to pick up. So we will be doing that. So I see myself on my thing. Hello, Diane. Hope you are well. Haven't seen you in a long time. I hope all is good with you. So let me just chat for a few minutes and I'm going to switch the camera. So today was my second day back to work, but first day with kids. And let me tell you, I am tired. My body's like, what did you do to me? What happened to crafting in the craft room all afternoon? It was a great day. It was hot. It was very hot here in Ontario today. And yeah, it was just, by the time I left at work, I was just like, I'm so tired and done. Like the heat was just, it was just not nice. It was hot. But anyways, the sun was shining. It definitely feels like a little bit of fall is setting in, cool in the morning, hot during the day, and then cools off at night. So I have, like I said, 3 exciting projects to share with you. So I'm going to flip my camera and we are going to get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to flip my camera. You are going to see my blinds, which eventually you will see my beautiful outside. And what I'm going to do is flip up. So, okay, let me just make sure my camera is straight. If someone can let me know how it looks, that would be great. Let me just move it over here. And I'm going to bring in the stamp set so I can see myself and what it looks like. I think we're good. Okay, I gotta get the setting where I like it on my mat. So I think that looks good. I might move it back a little bit. Oh, Diane says it looks good. Perfect, Diane. Thank you. All right, so this week we are showcasing a charming sentiment bundle. This bundle you will find in our annual catalog. It is a $1 million achiever. So if you see this stamp, little image on some stamp sets, that means it's a $1 million achiever, which means that a Stampin' demonstrator has reached 1 million in sales. And when they do that, you get to design a stamp set. So this is actually Lisa Curcia's stamp set. And the neat thing about this, it is a photo palmer stamp set. But she's done just sentiments, which is great. You can never have enough sentiment stamps on hand. And the neat thing about this is that each one pretty much comes with a die so that you can die cut out, so you can stamp and die cut out the words, which to me is like a match made in heaven. Like, oh, does that go? Oh, where does this one go? Oh, maybe it's hey there. Which is a match made in heaven because all you have to do is stamp and go. So I have 3 fun projects to share with you tonight using that set. But before I get started, let's share the winners. So I went back for the Ring of Love. This was our first Facebook Live we did on Wednesday night. And I have picked 3 winners. Our winner is April, Jance, Patty W, and Mary Jane Lapper, I think it is. So if you guys are watching, could you I know Patty and I know April, but Mary Jane, could you reach out and let me know your mailing address and I will pop these in the mail for you on the weekend. Our second set of winners from last week's, which we focused on the soft seedling stamp set, is Kathy Soch, I hope I say that right, Leslie P, and Mary Goff. So if you guys can, Leslie, I know your email address, our mailing address, but if the other 2 can send me their mailing address, I will pop those for you in the mail on the weekend. All right, so let's get started. We are going to start with first project number 1. So this project, we are using a little bit of different products because I like to combine and show you products that you can use interchangeable. So we are using a piece of soft suede, 5.5 by 8.5. Not to worry, I'm going to post all these measurements for you on my Facebook post. Probably not tonight. I'll probably do it tomorrow night and upload this video to my YouTube channel, and it will be on my blog. We are using a piece of granny apple green, which is 4 by 5.25. A piece of white that is 3 3/4 by 5. And then we have another piece of granny green and another piece of white. We have the DSP. This is actually the Celebrate Tonight, which is a holiday 12 by 12. It's a hostess paper you can get when you in the July to December catalog. You can earn this for free with a qualifying order if you have a party. And then we have all these little pieces I've already cut out, which you probably remember. You're thinking, hey, those look familiar. They are, because we are pulling in the Ring of Love designers, Ring of Love dies. That is what we're using tonight. So I'm just going to put that over before we got some embossing to do. So let's bring that in. If I see comments come up, I will answer, and if I don't, I will definitely go back. Hello to everyone that has joined. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to bring in the Big Shot. Sorry, not the Big Shot, the Stampin' Cut. I'm so used to having a Big Shot. This is our Stampin' Cut. Maybe you guys have a Big Shot, because that's what Stampin' Cut first came out with. So this is our Stampin' Cut. I call this the Big Boss because it's my big one. And you're going to want this one when you're using thick embossing folders. It works perfect. So the first thing we're going to use, this is the Timber embossing folder. It's the Timber 3D. And you can tell it's a little thicker. And we are embossing, just see what I'm embossing here, my white piece. So we're going to put that in. Because this is a thick embossing folder, you want plate number 1, and you're going to want plate number 4. You're going to roll it through, and you're going to get this beautiful embossed piece. Look how deep it is. Okay, so that is it. Remember, if you comment, like, and share on my video, I will pick 3 winners and announce those winners next Wednesday. And you guys will receive a set of these cards. Okay, so the next thing we're doing, and if you have been following me for the last few weeks, you know that we use the Ring of Love stamp set bundle. So there was a stamp set, the dies, and this embossing folder. So we're going to use this tonight. So what we're going to do is we're going to emboss. So we're going to emboss and cut. So this is the neat thing about this. This is the dies, and the dies fit perfectly in this embossing folder. Then what we're going to do is we're going to emboss this piece of soft suede. And I'm actually just going to put that in again. Here. Sometimes you wish you had 8 hands. Okay. And we're just going to run that through. We're going to take that out. So the neat thing about this is that it actually, let me move this out of the way, it actually cuts and embosses at the same time. So how cool is that? It literally cut out the pieces and it embossed them at the same time. So there we go. We're going to push that over. The next thing we're going to do, oh, there's my puppy in the background, you might hear him, is we're going to do pumpkin pie in the same thing. So we're going to put the embossing folder, the dies in. Let me just make sure you guys can see that. And then we're going to go down and we're going to emboss it. And we're going to get that. So we're using plate 1 and plate 4. And now I'm done with this. So let me just move this out of my way. Okay, so let's bring this in. So here it is again. The Ring of Love dies actually cut the paper and emboss at the same time. How cool is that? So this folder is actually called a hybrid embossing folder. because you can use it like that. I'm sure you can see here my puppy in the background. Not sure why he's barking. Okay, so let me move those out of my way. I have a little bin here where I put everything in. Let me throw that out. Okay, so we are using, let me just find the pieces that we're using here. Perfect. So I'm going to save these pieces because I'm going to use these on another project. I don't need them right now. I've got the pieces that I need. So let's bring back in our project. We are going to put our white down on our granny apple. If you're here, say hi. If you have any questions, let me know. And remember to like, comment, and share because I will pick 3 winners next Wednesday to receive one of these cards in the mail. Okay, so I glued my white down to my green, my granny apple, and then I put my paper on, which I think I'm a little crooked here, so let's just straighten that up. Now, I am going to wait and hear this down in a minute. Actually, I can go ahead and hear this down because I don't need that one. And then we're just going to set this off to the side. So I'm going to put that off to the side for a minute. We're going to bring these pieces back in. So we're going to go ahead and put our white down to our granny apple green. Okay, now we're just going to set that aside. What we're going to do is we're going to put the pumpkin pie onto the soft suede. So it almost looks like they're wood, you know, the center of a wood chunk like a tree. But we're going to make something fun with it. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of tape back here. And we're going to get all these set out here. And I'm just going to grab my glue. And we're just going to put a little bit of glue. And we're going to offset our thing here. Just wanted a little bit showing. And then we're going to do the same for these ones. That's okay. Let's put these down here. Okay, so we have those pieces. Now what we're going to do is we're going to come in and we're going to put these down like this. So just like that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put a little bit of glue here. And I'm going to bring in this one. This card was inspired by one I saw on Pinterest, but she used, she did it a little different and used a different setting, greetings, and I thought, oh, I really like that, so I switched it up a little bit. So I can show you what it looks like. I'm just putting this down. I'm wondering if you guys can guess what I'm making. Maybe you can start to see it starting to form. Let's put that up there. Alright, so I'll leave that there for a minute, let that dry. And let me find where I put it. Here it is. So if you live here in Canada and you do not have a demonstrator, I would love to help you out with any of your crafting needs if you purchase from Stampin' Up. One of the reasons I love Stampin' Up is I love the quality, I love the coordination, I love that everything just works magic. So yeah, reach out to me and I will pop a catalog in the mail to you. I would be happy to be your demonstrator and help you out. Okay, so I'm using linen thread and I'm just going to put that right up there. So we have what looks like this. What did we make? Does anyone see? Tweezers, lady. Oh yes, I do need tweezers. I don't know. I should get into the habit of using tweezers. Maybe I need to use tweezers. I'll try that, Diane, next time. Actually, Stampin' Up's got a nice set of tweezers that come with the, maybe we'll showcase that next week in some of my projects. Okay, I'm just going to put that down. So we are making looks like that. Okay, so now we can go ahead and pop this up. A pumpkin. Yes, Diane, we are making a pumpkin. How fun is that? I love when you can use dies or punches or something maybe you're not thinking of to create a different way of using products. So using the Ring of Love hybrid embossing folder, we were able to make a fun pumpkin. So I would encourage you to go back and watch those videos if you've not watched them, because they would be great for you to see. So there we have that. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to get some paper. I'm just going to grab this here. And we're going to use the stamp set that says Beyond Grateful, because I thought, well, this could be a nice little Thanksgiving card, or maybe a card you want to give to someone to say thank you for maybe something they did. We're using the color Soft Suede. I'm actually just going to move this out of the way so I don't put ink in it or drop an ink pad in it. Okay, so I'm stamping in Soft Suede with the stamp set Beyond Grateful. And I'm actually going to just grab my little boss. So this is Baby Boss. This is the Stamp and Cut Emboss, but it's the small one. So we're going to bring that in, and what we're going to do is we're going to find the matching die, which is right here. So I love that you can cut, stamp, and emboss. We're going to run that through. I've had some people ask me, why would I want a little stamp and cut when I have a big one? I have to tell you, I use my little one way more than my big one. Especially when I'm sitting here crafting and I just maybe doing something small. I don't have to get up or run it through the big embossing, my big stamp and cut. Oh my God, I can't talk today. That's what happens when you go back to work. You get all mumble jumbled and tired. Stick with me, people. It'll happen. Okay, so let me move this out of the way. We'll need that for later. And throw that in the garbage and put that aside. Okay, so we're going to bring this back in. And we are just going to adhere it. And there you go. There is your first card featuring the charming Sentiments bundle. What do you guys think? Let me see. Oh, hello, Michelle. Thanks for watching. So super cute, easy to be done. I love how you can use products, mix products together to make something that maybe you weren't thinking of, like a pumpkin. All right, so I'm going to set this aside and we're going to move on to the second project. I'm going to put that over there. So the second project I want to share with you is a fun little treat holder. So as I said to you, I work in the school board and we went back to work. Yesterday was PD day, today was the first day of school. I work in an FDK class, which is kindergarten. So today we only had our SKs. Tomorrow we have our JKs visit. And I wanted to give my coworkers and my fellow EAs a little something to say like, hey, I'm thinking of you, have a great day. So if you're in the London area, there's this store called Annie's Chocolates. They have 2 stores in London. Fabulous. They make their own homemade, they make their own chocolates, have different kinds of fun things. So this is licorice, chocolate dipped licorice. So I was in their store and I thought this would be a great thing, but let's dress it up. So I'm going to show you what we're going to use. This is that Celebrate, I think it's called Celebrate Hostess. I gotta figure the name out. I'm gonna show you where it is because let's find out where that name of it. Celebrate Tonight. Oh, Celebrate Everything. So right here, it's a pack of 12 by 12. You get 48 sheets, and you can earn it for free when you have you either host a party or you place a qualifying order. So it's a great pack because it has 48 sheets. So I have 2 pieces here. And I will put up the measurements. I believe this is 1.5 by 8, and I believe this is 1.25 by 8. So what we're going to do is we're going to adhere it to this because I wanted to cover up that little sign. And put this here. So I made a bunch of these on the weekend. I gave them to some of my coworkers. So then so what we're doing is creating like a little belly band. So we're gonna go around. I thought the leaf pattern looked super cute because we're just going back to school. And it's, you know, the leaves are starting to change colors here in Canada. I thought that would be a great little pattern. So I'm just going to adhere this down. Just like that. And then we're just going to put that one over there. So if you have not checked out this store, actually you could probably even find them online and do some maybe online shopping and have it delivered to you. I have not had anything that I do not like. Highly recommend the chocolate covered Swedish berries. They're our favorite. Okay, so we're gonna set this aside. So we brought in a tag, and the tag is from the tailor-made tag die set. It's a great set. It has 10 different dies that you can make different tags with, and you can interlane them. So that is what we're using. I am using this one here. We are using 3 colors. We are using Granny Apple, Clips of Coral, and Crushed Curry. Actually, no, I wanted Poppy Curry. Hold on, I put the wrong one back. So we're using Poppy Parade. Sorry about that. I was cleaning up from my Facebook Live last night with my team, and I put the wrong color away. Let me see what we're doing here. Okay, so we need the stamp set that says Good Luck. Where is it here? And we are going to stamp Good Luck in yellow. And we're just going to put that right there. Oops, flip that over. So that was in Crushed Curry. We use that. Remember, I will post all these measurements for you and the products I used. It will probably be up tomorrow on my blog, and I will update this video, like this post, tomorrow. All right, so the next one we're going to use, it says, not that you need it. I thought that was kind of cute. This is not that you need it. Maybe they don't need the chocolate, but maybe they do. So we're using Poppy Parade. And I actually pulled these colors right from that Celebrate Everything Designer Series paper. Oh, now I gotta come a little closer here because I can't see. Okay, so there's that. Clean that off. And then we're going to use the one that says Just For You. So kind of using a few different stamps on this one. We're gonna pop Poppy Parade away. We're gonna bring in our Granny Apple Green. And, oh, I gotta see where I'm going here. Put that there. If you are leaving comments and I don't see your comment, not to worry, I will go back and check it out after. Hey Nadine, thanks for joining. All right, so I'm going to just put my stamps away so I don't get in the habit. These things here, because they're jelly-like, they can stick to anything. I've heard people lose them and then they can't find them, and oh my goodness, yes, it's crazy. Okay, so we are using Parakeet Parrot ribbon. It's really close to Granny Apple, and I just love that it was sparkly, so I thought that would work perfect. I need my scissors. Okay. And I'm gonna put that in. I'm gonna bring in my glue dots. And I'm gonna just put this right here. So there we've created like a little tag. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring back in our little belly band. And we're going to put dimensionals right here. I find it easier to put our dimensionals on the belly band. That way we know where it is. And then just like that. And there we go. We have a cute little treat holder that you could give to a coworker, a family member, maybe like a sports team, coaches, whatever you like. I just thought it would, there's so many ways maybe you do craft fairs. This would be a great idea to sell at a craft fair. There's so much you could switch this out for, like a Halloween gift, a Thanksgiving or Christmas, or even Valentine's. There's lots you can do. So there is our second project. for the night using the Charming Designer Series paper. What do you guys think of that one? Trust me, this chocolate is very yummy. You're going to want to eat. Make sure you grab some. So this was from Annie's Chocolate here in London, Ontario. All right, we're going to set that aside. We'll bring that one back in. Now, our last card that we are doing is a fun fold card. I've been loving creating fun folds, and I know you guys are enjoying the fun folds, so let's show you a fun fold. Now, when I sat down to create, I create my projects on the weekend, and I try to figure out what I want to do. I actually had the soft sealing stamp set still sitting here, and I was like, you know what, we're going to do a project with that. I need to find, where did I put this one? Like I said, all this measurements will be up. Okay, so for this fancy fold, your cardstock is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2 2/3. So what we're going to do is we're going to score it in half, and then we're going to fold back, just like this. Nope, that's not, I folded the wrong way. We're going to fix this. I meant to scored it the wrong way. Oh, that's okay. TV, we can fix this, right? I might have to, let's see if we can cover that up. I think it'll be covered up, we'll be fine. Okay, so there we go. So the measurements are actually 2 3/4 and 5 1/2. I'm not sure what happened there, so you know what, that's going to drive me crazy. Let's get a new piece. Let me just quickly grab a piece and do that over. Okay, so our measurement is 4 1/4 by 11, and we're scoring it at 2 3/4, which is right here, and 5 1/2, which is right here. Okay, let's fix this up. Sorry about that. Okay, so we're gonna fold this in half, which should work. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Something caught my nose, maybe. All right, so there we go. That worked perfect. Then we have a piece right here that is 4 by 5 1/4. So we're actually going to go ahead and put that down, and it's going to go in here, just like that. Then we have 2 pieces of Designer Series paper. I am using the Rustic Harvest, and these measure 2 1/2 by 4. So we're going to put this pattern on our first page, our first fancy fold. Isn't that paper beautiful? Okay, so I have to tell you, Stampin' Up! Tells us they work 2 years in ahead on a catalog. So right now they're working on the July to December 2024. And to think they have to know the trends that far out. I was at a local garden center here in Ontario, which is called Heman's. This is my favorite place. We're there all the time. And they have decor, and I was walking around and I actually saw a sign that had chalkboard and these beautiful flowers on it, and it said hello. And I was like, oh my god, that is like Stampin' Up! Paper right there looking at you. Do you ever do that? Like if you're a huge Stampin' Up! fan, you look at things. Okay, so we have 2 pieces of white that are 3 by 4 1/4, and we have 2 pieces of the coordinating cardstock. So I'm using Cajun-Craze, and these are 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. Now what we're going to do is we're going to adhere this white one. So we're just adhering this white one right here. Oh, I'm a little crooked here. Let's see if I can get this up. Oh, okay, so yeah, that's okay. It'll be okay. So that's going to be there, and what we're going to do is we're going to center this one on our inside. So that would be where we would put our green if you wanted it, just like that. Okay, so this one, we're actually just going to set these 3 pieces aside, 2 pieces aside, and we're going to work with this one. So as I told you, last week we used the soft seedling stamp set, and I created some beautiful cards I shared with you. If you follow me on the page, you would have saw that Facebook Live. If you didn't get a chance to watch it, go back and watch it, and you can also find it on YouTube. We are going to use this big stamp right here. This is a distinct ink stamp set, which means it stamps in deep, like, it makes it realistic. So it really stamps in deep, is it like a, what is it? I forget what they called the word was. It stamps really real looking. Like these leaves to me look real looking. Okay, so let me just bring in a scrap piece of paper here so I don't mess up my board. All right, so we are just stamping. I inked up only half of this with Mossy Mellow. And don't worry about those lines because I'm going to show you what we're going to do. Hello, Nancy. Thanks for watching. As I said, if you're commenting on somewhere else and I do not see your comment, not to worry. I will go back and like or comment or answer your questions. Sometimes I try to stay focused when I'm stamping, otherwise I get distracted. Okay, I have already saved this time, so I have stamped a leaf in the Cajun Craze and cut it out. Look how like realistic that looks like. Do you not think you're walking through a nature path right now and this leaf is like sitting on the ground looking at us? Like it's so beautiful. We're gonna take our bone folder here and we're literally just going to curl the edges just to give it like realistic looking. I have already started to see some colors change in the leaves. I don't know about you, but I have seen some trees changing. Before we put this down, we're actually going to stamp the greeting. I wanted to make this a birthday card because maybe there's somebody celebrating a birthday in the fall that I can give. So a lot of times I don't stamp the insides of my card. I wait till I give them out. And a lot of times like my mom's out or my aunts are out or friends and they're like, I need cards. They'll pick from my card pack. Oops. I actually wanted to do that in Mossy Mellow. So we're using Cajun Craze and Mossy Mellow. When I pulled those colors from the Rustic Harvest Designer Series paper. And we are just going to stamp right there. Look at that. Wishing you the happiest birthday. So you could stamp that out and cut it out with those dies. But as you know, we're just going to stamp the image tonight. And let me just put this back. So we don't have to be like, where is that stamp? Always make sure you get in the habit of putting things away. Okay, so we have that. We're going to bring back in our leaf and we're going to pop it up. So let me just bring in some pop-up dots here. And we're just going to bring that there like that. And I'm actually just going to cut off this little stem here because I don't need it. Okay, so there's that. I'm going to put this away. And we're going to go ahead and tape this down. And we're going to put this in here, just like that. Okay, so we have that. And I'm going to bring in our linen thread. I always like to add some type of embellishments or bows, kind of like adding the final accessories if you were getting yourself dressed to go out. Maybe you add earrings or a necklace. So I always think of embellishments and ribbon or twine is that. You just want to add that little extra special tip to your paper or to your project. Okay, I'm going to bring in my glue dots. And I always put the bow to the glue dots instead of trying to pick the glue dots and onto that. It's so hard. We're going to lay that down there like that. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to bring this back in and we're going to line this up with this here. So we're only going to want to tape this side because if we were to tape this side, we would tape our card closed and that's not what we want. So I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive over here. Bring this back in and literally I'm going to try to hold this side up first because I don't want it to go down. And I'm going to make sure that it's straight. And I'm going to hear it down like that. So, oh, and we're not done yet. So then we're going to bring in some black matted dots. Not dots, adhesives. not adhesives, embellishments. I promise you, next week I won't be so tired. I always think my body needs like a good couple weeks to get back into the swing of things. And when you work in little kid land, it's busy. Let's see, I'm just gonna put one there, just like that. Okay, so let's tidy this up. Hello, Rose, yay, so glad you can join me tonight. We need to connect, girl, I miss ya. Okay, so there is what we've added our embellishments, we've added our twine, and now we're going to open it up. How fun is that? Being fanciful. I literally love sitting here going like this. Okay, so there is our third project. I will bring you in our second project, and I will bring you in the third project. Let's actually go this way. So first, second, third, using the, hey, my puppy's barking, the Charming Sentiment Bundle. That's what we use tonight. Just to give me a minute, because maybe you can hear my little puppy in the background. He's like, wait, where you been? I've been at home all waiting for you. All right, so I do have a few more samples to share with you. So let me just bring over what I need to grab here to share with you. Okay, so I need to put those away. All right, so our 3 projects we did tonight. So if you like, comment, or share on my video, I will pick a winner next week to get the cards. And I will probably send another card. I can't really send this, it's bulky. So these are the 3 projects we did tonight, but I want to share with you a couple other projects using the Charming Sentiments. So I thought I would make a baby card. This is using the Forest of Friends Designer Series paper, and I don't really have that bundle, so I just used the little bear in the Designer Series paper, cut him out, and added the baby blessing. So there's one card. Another one I did was wishing you everything. So I used that Celebrate Everything Designer Series paper. I just wanted to go simple. I'm really trying to do some simple cards, not so always like advanced or, you know, in like Avid. They call it Avid. So just simple, using that paper, brought in the fine gem adhesive backs. And then my other project I did was, last week you would remember I showed you one using this pattern, but it had, not this pattern, but this sketch, and it had leaves on it. Well, this one I did with the Designer Series paper. So I used the Sun Prints Designer Series paper, and I used the thank you from the Charming Sentiments to make a thank you card. So all of the greetings have come from the Charming Sentiments. So I hope this has inspired you. Let's just pull these all out so you guys can see them. To purchase this stamp set bundle if you have not. It's a great one, and one that you can use for any greetings. Like, let's bring that back in and just look and show you. Where did it go? So right here it has ones you could use on the outside, ones you can use on the inside, and just different ones that you could use for a whole bunch of different occasions. So this is the Charming Sentiment Bundle that you can find in our annual catalog. So here's the scoop. Interested in purchasing this, you could head to my online store, use this hostess code. If you use this hostess code, I'm going to send you a thank you gift this month, which is sequins, adhesive back sequins from the holiday catalog. I don't have them yet to show you, but I will. And you can head to my online, go to my blog, which is www.stamp2Cre8, click shop now, and then you can purchase this and do that. I will offer you, I'm going to be giving you the free tutorial on these 3 projects that we made tonight. I will post that information for you tomorrow, if not tomorrow, Friday. And then you will have the measurements so you can remake these cards yourself. Remember to like, comment, and share, and I will pick 3 winners next week. If you're just catching the live, make sure you go back and watch the replay, because I did pick the winners from the last 2 Facebook Lives that we did on our Wednesday. So that is our Wednesday crafting session. Let me just see here. I see, thanks, Rose. Thanks, Nancy. And like I said, if you answered in another, I kind of shared it to my Facebook group. So if you answered in there, I'll definitely go back and answer your questions or like or comment. All right, everyone. Have a great rest of your night. Oh, next week. I'm not sure what we're doing next week. It'll be a surprise for you. Usually I show you at the end what we're creating with next week, but I don't have that figured out yet. So I will show you that next week. All right, everyone, see you next Wednesday night at 7:30 here on my Stamp with Ann business page. And we will be creating 3 more projects using a product from, it will be a product from the holiday catalog, our July to December. So watch for that. All right, everyone, have a great rest of your evening. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you guys next Wednesday night. Bye, everyone.